to black, blowing smoke, it's the high grade. Liquor in my cup, bound to warm my belly up. This hook will split your head like a migraine. So stay focused, you better listen up.
How you doing, my brother, man?
What's happening? Good. Easy. So, it's your boy MARVELCOIN, your boy OCTAVIO.
Oh, yes.
So this is the first of many video podcasts, whatever you want to call it, to come.
Facts.
And basically, we're talking about subjects that we feel need to be talked about, right? Because me and him,
Facts.
every time we hook up, we always have some deep conversations. We're always building, we're always arguing, debating, and I would say there's only a few people I can do that with, because unfortunately, not everyone's on my level, man. But you definitely are, man.
That's exactly how I feel, bro. That's exactly how I feel, fam. That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah, so yeah, do you want to introduce yourself, or you
Octavio. This is my brother. We go back. We go back.
Yeah, acting, innit?
We go back, yeah. This is acting, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So, the reason why I think he lasted so long as a brother of mine is because he's clued up. He thinks, he doesn't react to things. He stops, analyzes, and draws up a conclusion. And he's a logical human being. He's interested in conscious topics and things that make sense, things that affect us all, and come on, man, it's bound to happen, isn't it? Yeah, so yeah,
appreciate
that's
that, man.
bro.
Octavio, G.O.D.
Oh yeah, G.O.D.
G.O.D.
That's
G.O.D. Black Shark family, man. It's all one anyway.
Black Sharks, G.O.D. It's all one anyway, man.
It's all one, man.
You know what I'm saying? What we're discussing today?
So the topic.
I hate people.
So the topic for today is I hate people.
I hate people.
I hate people, man. That's a bold statement. It's an aggressive statement. Damn, man. I would say I hate people because, like, in a nutshell, when I was thinking about this, I was like, my main issue is people are untrustworthy, man. It all boils down to trust. That's why I hate people, because when people are put to the challenge, from my personal experiences and from watching how people operate in society today, everybody's all about money, and everybody will do you over, dupe you, screw you, however, over money, and it's real, man. So and I feel I'm a man of, maybe I've done it myself in life, but I feel like that's not the way I would like to live. I don't think that's the way we should be acting. Like, if you're a spiritual person and if you believe in God and whatnot. So I feel like because people are like that normally in life, in terms of trying to dupe you and all that kind of stuff, yeah, I have to say, like, in a nutshell, I hate people, man. Like, these people are crabs, snakes, all of that, man.
Alright, my intro. Why I hate people? I hate people because I feel like they deliberately neglect things like logic. They deliberately stop themselves from thinking about things that could lead them into a better life. That thinking about things logically that could lead them into a better life.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
I hate people because it's things like their greediness, their laziness, their selfishness that puts them in the position that they are. That is why I hate people. It's because you basically, what people do is they design their own self-destruction.
I agree.
They design their own self-destruction.
I agree.
And they design their self-destruction through laziness, through, you know, being greedy, through being, you know, through being illogical about things. You know, there's a logical path for you to get to the truth. But they choose not to get to the truth. They choose not to use that logic. They choose not to think things logically in order to get to the truth. Regardless if you're a religious person, regardless if you're an atheist, regardless if you're whatever your belief system happens to be, right?
Yeah.
Logic, it's something that every single human being must use. Okay? And once you find the truth, you're supposed to act on it. So for example, So for example, so what I'm basically saying is, once you find the truth, you're supposed to act on it. So why is it that we don't take the logical steps in order to get to the truth? And even those that get to the truth and take the logical thing, they still, and this is one of the reasons why I hate people even more, is because even when they get to the truth and they realize it, they still don't do nothing about it. Okay? They still don't do nothing about it. You know what I mean? And for example, like, you don't have to dismiss anything. Even if you feel that you don't, look, I hate the attitude when someone just tries to dismiss something. Like, you come up to me and you say, look, Nelson, this is how I feel about this and all of that and all of that. Alright, it's not necessarily in line with what I believe in, but I feel as if, as a fellow human being, I owe you, you know what I mean, like, you know, the at least the right to, okay, you know, let me look into it logically and see if this makes sense. What we have is a society of people that just, nah, bro, that's dumb, that's, you know what I mean?
Just write it off.
Just write it off, like, you know what I mean? Why? Like, why not think of it logically? Why not go through the logical process and see if it makes sense? Why are we so quick? Because now society just got to that point where they just, you know what, oh, this is not in line with what I'm used to, you know what I mean? Like, so this is the reason why I hate people.
They just like jump out the window.
That's it. That's the reason why I hate people, bro.
But I have a question for you, like, cause like, you feel like these people are responsible for this, like, and that's, for me, I think that's a grey area.
Why is that?
Because people, even though, like, ultimately they are responsible, but in reality, some people are just sleepwalkers, man. Like, they get information, they jump, they don't think, and they don't know, they don't realize they should think. If that makes sense.
What's your question?
So I'm thinking. So what I'm trying to say is, do you feel like they are to blame?
Yes.
Right, so you have no sympathy. So if they,
I've got no sympathy at all.
So if things in life for them goes wrong, you're gonna be like, right, it's your fault. Like, without seeing the whole perspective. That's harsh, man.
It's their fault.
Serious.
It's their fault.
So okay, so what about?
Go bring that question back again one more time, bro.
So ultimately, I agree. That these people are responsible to act, like, if they know the truth, to act accordingly to the truth. Ultimately. In theory. But in reality, this is not the case. People know the truth. People, you know, they try to change. And they still fail. And the question is, do you still feel like they're still to blame for it?
I still think they're still to blame, even if you fail. Because the thing is, look, I gain weight. I gain weight. I'm not gonna turn around, even though I've tried to lose it, and you know what I mean, like, and then I gained it again, and all of that stuff. You get me? If in the end something happens to me because I've gained weight, I can't turn around and blame anyone else. As long as you're physically able and mentally able, you should be able to change your life. You should be able. You should be able. You should be able to look. If we're gonna use excuses and all of that, then what you're saying makes absolute sense. You know, they tried, and we should feel sorry for them. But if we actually but we all know that doesn't count. For example, we've got the World Cup now going on. Yeah. Do you think Brazil would hire someone who's fat to go to go and play for them?
Brazil?
No, why? Because he's not fit enough. He won't be able to handle the responsibility. So basically, what that says is you have work to do and you can't fail. So, for example, if you've been training with Brazil for a long time and you're still fat, you still whatever, Brazil wouldn't play you, and they wouldn't feel sorry for you either because they can't use you, and that's just the reality of life, you know. So I hate people because people make too many excuses. They make too many excuses, and when they can't like when they can't justify themselves, right? In order to justify themselves, what they say is, for example, they can't do it. So they're too lazy or whatever. Okay, for those reasons, right? They're too lazy, they're too selfish or whatever, so they can't do it. So what they do is, they try and justify it. They try and justify.
Yeah, make excuses.
They try and make excuses for it. They try and make it more and more.
Stories
Like hell, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and you can take this as far as saying the state of the world is effed up because of people.
See, that's true. Okay, let me put it in another perspective, right? Yeah. Okay, personally, I think that's true, but to another extent, I feel like their environment they're in is to blame as well. So, for example, just say somebody is overweight now, and they're trying, to lose that weight. Yeah. Well, look at the environment. Look at the newspapers. Look at the McDonald's ads. Yeah. Look at the ice cream ads. Look at the movies and how we got habits of like watching TV all day or being on the internet all day. Even at work, you're on a desk. You're at work all day. Like the environment is unhealthy as well.
So if you know that the environment is unhealthy, shouldn't that motivate you more to fight against it? So, for example, if you've got an environment that's unhealthy, that's actually telling you that you need to work harder at that in order to come out of it, because even the environment is working against you. If the environment is working against you, what is that telling you? If anything, to me, when you run from here to there and you get tired. It's not that it's a bad thing that you got tired. It's your body telling you, yo, fam, you need to do something about it. You need to do something about your fitness, bro. If you're getting tired from here to there, you know what I mean? If you're getting tired for running a minute, you need to a short distance. You need to do something about your thing. And if you turn around and you say, well, you know what, the chicken shop is right across the road. You know what I mean?
Convenient.
You know what I'm saying? My friends are always drinking it up. My friends are always smoking it up. You know, all of that is pressure.
Environment. That's the reality, though.
No. That is the reality, but that doesn't have to be the reality because the thing is, and this is the proof of it all, because when you in that environment, right, and if you continue to follow that environment, if you continue to succumb to that pressure, if you continue to fall for that pressure, what's eventually going to happen is it's going to kill you. That smoking is going to kill you. That drinking is going to kill you. That overeating is going to kill you. That, you understand? Eventually it's going to kill you, and your body will start telling you. I mean, to the point where when you go to the doctor will say, well, how many cigarettes you smoke a day? I smoke about 20 a day. Well, that's the reason why. You know what I mean? Your body ain't going to be like, you know what, it's the environment that I was in.
Do you know what it is?
You understand what I'm saying, bro?
It's an environment, but how it applies to you, then I feel like is a test of. You probably agree, it's a test of your willpower. It's the level of your willpower. That means all of us as individuals have a different level of willpower, and some people's willpower is just higher than other people's.
Yeah, but that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. For example, what we are talking about, we're talking about small examples right now. But this goes much. This is the reason. We've given examples like weight, smoking, drinking, but these are very small examples. These things is what leads to what leads to bigger issues and bigger problems. So for example, when you've got a country invading another country and you know it's you know what I mean, and you don't say nothing, and you don't, even though you know they're wrong for doing what they're doing, you don't stand up. You know what I mean? Like, even though if if you was to follow logic, you know for a fact you need to be doing something. So, for example, if you just saw your country doing something wrong, if you were to follow this logically, you they to blame for it, man. Really, truly, I should be doing something. What I'm trying to say is this grows into bigger issues. It's not just those little small, you know what I mean? Like that's just the beginning of it. You know what I mean? We just, you know what I mean? But there's huge and bigger issues. This is why I hate people, because, for example, now we've got a nation of selfish people. You know, people who very greedy, very blind to the truth, that anything can, you know what I mean? For example, you try and tell them about religion, guess what? Immediately they switch off. You try and tell them about politics, immediately they switch off and all of that stuff.
They're not interested,
Because of that, their government, they pretty much can do whatever they want to do without having the people. Look, if we're to analyze how many people we have in the government and how, you know, compare that to the population, right? If we was to compare that to the population, right? It's more of us and less of them.
Yeah.
Yes, they have big guns. Yes, they have tanks and they have missiles and all of that stuff, right? But there's more of us. Okay? Why is it that we are not doing enough to change things around? For example, there's something wrong with the NHS. There's something wrong with whatever. Why is it that we are not banding together? Why? Listen,
that's why I hate people.
It doesn't take It doesn't take a genius to realize that there's something wrong going on with the NHS. Or there's something wrong going on with that.
We all know.
A lot of people will look at the evidence and completely ignore it. Why? Because it's not affecting them directly at that precise moment. You know what I mean? And this is why I hate people. You know what I mean? I hate people because we deliberately ignore things. You know what I mean? Because the main reason why we ignore things is because it's not directly affecting us right now. You know what I mean? And sometimes it is directly affecting us and we still ignore it. You know what I mean? It can get that deep, you know? It can get that deep. But
see, that's when the will comes in, though. That's when the willpower comes in. You need to trust me. When I say the will, it's the will.
But when you say the will, like that's like saying, like, look, to me, willpower depends on the environment that you're really in. Like, for example, like, there's some environments out there that can make you change your mind really quickly. You will gain that willpower in 2 minutes. You know, if what I'm saying is, that's too long to wait for someone's willpower to develop. But by then, too many bodies have fallen. Too many people have paid the price for your laziness, for your selfishness. Everything that we do affects how this world works. You know what I'm saying? So my problem is, why is it that we are deliberately ignoring all of these things, knowing that the consequences, you know what I'm saying, are huge for others, but because it's not affecting us, you know what I mean, we don't care as much, we don't pay attention as much, you know what I mean, like, and that's my problem with it, bro. You know what I'm saying, like, and people are directly to blame for it.
But that's one, they're just scared. Like in that respect, like if when they know the government's doing wrong and there's like injustice in the world, then it's definitely like they're scared. Like, and plus,
scared of what? Scared of what? Fear. I know fear is a big part.
It's not.
Fear is definitely a big part.
Yeah, it's fear.
You're right.
It's like for them to take on the powers that be, right? For them to take on the powers that be, and one individual fighting an institution, you're gonna lose every single time. These people work as a group. They're an institution.
So why is it that more people don't work as a group? So for example,
they're not disciplined enough. So they don't have the will.
So for example,
they don't have the desire.
I believe in it, right? I believe in this. This is affecting us all. Why is it that we are not all together coming? We are not all coming together. If it affects us all, if we know eventually it's going to cause us more pain, in the long run. Why is it that we are not banding together? Why is it that we are not coming together to do something about it? This is why I hate people. Because, and then you complain. And then you complain. Okay, accept your fate as slaves. Okay, and say you are that, you are that, but don't complain afterwards. Don't say blah 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 blah, because guess what? You didn't go to that rally. You didn't go to that protest. You didn't put the money in. You didn't come together. You didn't go to those meetings. You didn't do any of that.
You didn't put in the work.
You didn't do any of that. You didn't care enough. You get me? Like, and people seem to think, and bro, this goes as deep as saying, rare. This is the reason why I think a lot of people are lost in life. Personally, for example, they don't know what to believe in, so they literally fall for anything.
You make it sound so hopeless, though. Like you make it sound like there's just no hope, man.
Have you been around the world?
I got faith, man. I got faith. Man.
Faith in what?
That things can turn around. Man.
What's gonna turn around?
Like people choosing to be more ethical, choosing to like make more loving decisions and be more
I see what you
cooperative.
Cooperative, yeah. Let me ask you one question then, yeah. You've never been through a war. There's never been a war in England, right? You've never been. None of that has ever happened, right? Since you've been alive, since you've been born, do you think things have gotten better or worse? Ethically, morally.
That's a great question.
Do you? I mean, listen. They've got NHS. They got free education. They got free healthcare. They got free housing.
Are you talking about this country?
This country. This country.
Okay.
So in a country where this country's perfect because it's a perfect experiment with free housing, free education, free healthcare, right? In your opinion, do you think that things have gotten worse or better?
I think it's gone better, personally.
Explain that to me, because that's not my experience.
Like,
in what sense?
To be fair, I'm talking about standard of living. People.
No, I'm not talking about standard of living. I'm talking about morally. Okay, morally.
Yeah, morally.
We'll go to it. Morally, yeah.
Yeah, morally, has it gone better?
Yeah.
To be honest, back then I was a child. Like I wouldn't know better.
Okay. Well,
one thing I would tell you. Okay, yeah. Maybe it has gone worse.
But what morally? Are we talking morally?
In the respect of people are less believe in God and stuff like that.
Oh, so you think the kids behave better now, or they
worse?
So it got worse. Okay.
But to be fair,
ethically, do you think it's got worse?
You know what?
Got better?
You know what? The reason why I find that question hard to decide to say, because 10 years ago, 100 years ago, a billion years ago, it's probably the same issue. Like, this is just the issue of society.
No. We can't talk about what happened 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Or any. I can't touch.
But even
hold on.
5 years ago.
Hold on. I can't touch on that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying from your experience, do you think, for example, look, I'll make it simple for you.
From my experience.
From your experience.
From my experience.
No, we are talking from our experience. Yeah. We can never mention on someone that lived 100 years ago in their experience because we wasn't there, bro. You know what I mean? Like, so my question to you is this: I'll make it really simple for you. Do you think kids behave better today
than before?
Than before when you were growing up?
I think it's the same.
You think it's the same?
Honestly, I think it's the same.
Okay.
Has it got worse? Has it gotten better?
Personally, I think it's gotten worse.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Maybe it's because of my line of work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I get to witness it more. You know what I mean? Because I'm always in the front line. And bro, it's gotten worse.
You think so?
Oh no, I know so. No. Because of my line of work, I'm always interacting with people. I don't want to say what my work is, but I'm always interacting with people. I'm always seeing people, and I can tell you from my experience, it's gotten worse.
In what way?
Oh, you see these kids.
Can you give an example?
Like, look. For example, when I look
from back then to now, right? What you're
going back to what we were talking about, right? The single mother thing. That's been rising.
But that was always an issue back then when I was growing up.
Yeah, but now
the Tony Blair, hold on. That was real.
But now,
yeah.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Now, it's not even like it's just the norm. Like it went from being a problem to now it's accepted, and now it's the norm. It's now something seen as. It's not even an issue.
Like having a baby out of wedlock.
Out of wedlock. Forget out of wedlock. Okay, out of wedlock. Yeah. And just moms being cool with the father not being there for the kids. As if
that's definitely got worse.
well, well, that also comes under the the moral aspect of it. You know what I mean? So
it comes out of the moral aspect in what way though? Like
for example, yeah, if things were progressing, like moral, like if things were progressing morally, if they were morally progressing in the right way, then you wouldn't see that. You'd see women being more responsible. You'd see men being more responsible, children being more responsible. You wouldn't see half of the stuff that you see nowadays. You know what I mean? But that's not the case, is it? That's not what we're seeing, is it? That's not what we're seeing, bro.
Personally, like that's the result of women having their women's rights and all that kind of stuff. That's the result of women being empowered.
Women
and going to work more and feeling they can be independent.
No.
So they're gonna make those kind of decisions. Like
what decisions?
Like they can handle things by themselves.
They can handle things by themselves.
Yeah, like raise children.
If that's the case, then have a baby by yourself then.
Yeah, but they don't have a baby by themselves.
No, you can't do that. You can't.
Yeah.
You cannot take the male out of the equation. You can't, because she needs.
I agree.
She needs the male in there,
I agree,
and that child needs the male influence.
For her, she might not think that's the wrong.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. But do you think it's wrong?
Personally, yeah.
You think it's wrong? Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So that still proves the fact that things have gotten worse.
Changed.
Things have gotten worse.
But that statement is subjective, like
that's not subjective. Kids,
what might be right for me might not be right for her.
Well, the thing is, yeah. So what you're basically saying is, you believe that a child growing up without a father is right.
No, I'm not saying
that. Because if we're going to call that subjective,
I'm not saying that's right, but the mother might think it's right.
No. Whether she thinks...
Let's put it this way. I won't be surprised if there's people out there saying they don't need a father in the house. Even though I don't believe it, but I won't be surprised if if a single mother was to say, I don't need a man in the house because I'm holding it down by myself. That's why it's subjective. She might have a job. I know girls that are living that way. Like they raise their children.
I know too.
Yeah, and they're doing all right.
No, they're not doing all right. They had the government to help them.
No, not all of them.
No, let me tell you something. In this country, if a woman gets pregnant, right?
Yeah.
And the government comes in, steps in, and helps her out financially, gives her a house.
Yeah,
and
maybe I don't know what.
Okay,
what
take those rights away. Take those rights away. Yeah. Do you think all of these chicks out here, all of these girls out here, do you really think they would be moving like that?
I doubt it.
Exactly.
I doubt it.
Exactly.
I doubt it.
So I mean, there's so many things wrong with that. And do you understand what I'm saying? So, for example, now you've got a child who grows up without a parent. Now, whether is it right, is it wrong? Please, come on. Any psychological book, any psychology book, any will tell you that growing up without a child growing up without its parents, you know, it's bad for them.
But what about those women that have baby fathers that are just not that are just bad, man? What about them deadbeat dads, man? Because that's a big issue to why they might think that way.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, the man has to be in the house, but what about if he's toxic?
If it's toxic.
Yeah. Like, what can you do?
Now, what you're basically saying now is that people need to be responsible as to who they have sex with before they have sex with someone.
Yeah.
And it just goes back to why I hate people. Because the thing is, because you were not responsible. Yeah, you're not responsible
with who you lay down with.
Yeah, because you're not responsible with your choices. Yeah, now all of a sudden, the child should pay.
Facts.
Now the government should pay. Facts. Now everyone should pay. Because you decided to not be responsible. Everyone has to somehow pay. Because you decided to not be responsible.
That's how it all.
No. That's like my child keeps doing something wrong, right?
Yeah.
And instead of me putting a stop to it or finding ways to making sure that I'm finding ways to make it harder for them to continue to do that, what I do is I tell them, listen, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reward you. So I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you more on top of it. For your irresponsibility, I'm going to give you even more. Not a punishment, I'm going to give you even more. We're back, we're
back, man.
Where was we? We was talking about single baby moms.
Single,
Yeah, that's a good example. Single baby moms. Why I hate single baby mom. Why I hate the single baby mom culture. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's another reason. It's another way, like it's also it's the same as me saying why I hate people in a way. You get me? Because
they're people as well.
Because basically what you have is irresponsible people making irresponsible choices. You get me? And not caring about who they're affecting. Not caring about the consequences. You get me? And basically making us all pay for it, making the children pay for it. And that's another example as to why I would say I hate people, because what you have is a culture now of women who basically don't care about who they sleep with, okay, because they know they have the government.
So what do you have to say about the deadbeat dads then? That when it's that case, because that's like probably 50 or even more.
Deadbeat dads.
Yeah.
Look, when you have a culture, when you have a culture, when you have a culture, right? It's not about deadbeat dads and all of that stuff. Because deadbeat dads don't get yards. They don't get houses. They don't get the kind of benefits that women get nowadays. Okay? Basically, everything falls, all the responsibility, right? Basically, all the men is apparently is required for is to pay.
Yeah, finance stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay? And women literally get all the benefit. Okay, now this is not about men and women. This is about the responsibility this is about what's being promoted right now in society.
But that's a reality of male-female relationship today.
That's it.
And there's an argument to men being on strike from being married and whatnot, which is real. Because there's no like incentive for men to get married. Yes. But I feel like it is a male and female issue.
Yeah.
And like I said from the beginning, the males and females, the men and women need to go into relationships with the mindset of working together rather than the mindset of trying to dupe each other or trying to outdo each other or competing with each other, because that's what's going on. Instead of trying to work together,
you said it's a male and female
competing with each other, and I feel the environment propaganda is feeding them that message, which they're buying into, and that's why I don't feel they're to blame. I blame the messages, the people putting out that information. Yeah, not everybody is being affected, but most people is being affected.
Look, it's not male and female issue. The reason why I say it's not male and female issue, is because how do I say this? Because these laws are not being made by these male and females. Okay, these are laws that we are taking advantage of. That male and females are taking.
So
advantage
who's making
of.
the law?
So, for example, single baby moms are taking advantage of these laws. To their own benefit, to satisfy their own selfish needs. And this is my problem with it.
But why?
So for example, the state, the government, passes a law, okay, that is beneficial to women alone. Okay, so instead of women taking a step back and saying, hold on a second, I can't see this benefiting me logically. This wouldn't benefit me or the child, or even the the male in question, you know what I mean, or the male mixed into the thing. This wouldn't benefit me, so we have to. We have to let others know, and we have to get together, and we have to protest against this law, because this law doesn't help family values, doesn't help, to create good family, you know what I'm saying, a good family environment and all of that, and all it does is destroys the family. So, you know what I mean, because the thing is, if the government is giving out yards to little girls, because they decided to be responsible and get pregnant, you know what I'm saying, like, for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying. If they're saying, so next time, irresponsible girl, you know what I'm saying, like, we'll do the same thing. She'll take advantage of that law.
Yeah.
And that's my problem with it. It's, so we instead of us saying, look, listen, what the government is doing is wrong.
Yeah.
They're passing laws that it's unjust, and we need to be more responsible. We need to do better, because this is only going to destroy the family. We are not doing that. All we are doing is saying, you know what? Let's take advantage of it. And F who
embracing it.
And if it F's up the family, F's up the family. If it F's up the kids, it F's up the kids. As long as I'm comfortable, as long as I get whatever I want from it, I'm nice.
See, that's what I
don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
See what you're saying there? That's when I would say I would hate people, is the fact that they see these opportunities and they don't appreciate the consequences. So they take these houses. They become independent. They have babies with
That's
guys.
why I hate people.
Yeah.
Look,
that's where we agree.
The single baby mom issue is just one example.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There are many examples why I say I hate people. You know what I'm saying? There are many examples why.
So would you say people need to act better? Since they know better, they should act better. Is that what you're trying to say? Because
it's not about acting.
It is.
It's not about acting better. It's about
if you know something.
Okay, what you're basically saying is how does a person become less selfish? How does a person how does a person become less greedy? How does a
That's
person
what I'm getting at.
How does a person become
Is that not what it's about?
More easy.
Is that not what it's about?
How does a person become less selfish, less greedy, less all of that? How does it happen?
Because I'm all about the end results. That's what I want to see.
I know. Let me ask you that question. How does one become less greedy and less whatever? Because
you try to flip it.
No. What do you think? What do you think? How does one become less greedy and less selfish?
By understanding what it takes to make things more efficient, more effective, more what's the word? More more efficient. You know, we all correct me if I'm wrong. We all want to live in a society where we all cooperate, we all can get along, we all can live side by side and enjoy our lives and live prosperous. That's in theory, that's what we all want, right? Or most of
I like that.
exactly in theory.
I like that.
But I'm going back to reality. In reality, that's not the case.
So how does one become less selfish and less greedy and less?
You need that education. That's how you need
Education.
So it comes down to education. Where did you get this information? Where did you get these ideas? Where did you get the idea that getting a flat, being a single mum is a good idea? Like,
Well, you tell me because according to
I'm blaming the environment. I'm blaming the powers that be. That's where I'm like,
we are living in the first world. First world.
Yes.
Not the third.
That's
world.
what they say. Yes.
I don't care. That's what they're calling it. That's what's known as.
Okay.
First world, right? The Western world, first world, right?
All right.
So education is free, right?
Not anymore.
No. Wait.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but when a person goes to primary school, they don't pay, right? High school, they don't pay, right? Unless you go uni, then you pay, right?
All right.
Education is free.
All right. But that's a lot.
Hold on. Health is free. Yeah. Okay. Housing is free. Okay. So how is education the solution?
Housing is not free though. Come on, people pay rent here,
bro. When a child has an argument yeah, with his mother, yeah.
Yeah,
and she gives her the finger and all of that.
That's
He
the
says,
UK for real.
F this, F that. Guess what? Do you know what they do? They grab that child and they put him through foster care.
Kick him out.
And then when he's 18, they give him a brand new yard all for himself.
Facts.
Okay, when a girl in England gets pregnant, yeah, they give her a yard
free
or
subsidized. Like it's cheap.
Care.
It's like £10 a week.
Yeah. You know.
Okay, get the gist. So that's what he means by it's free. It's not free, but it's
free,
cheap.
Pretty much free.
It's pretty much cheap. It's free because it's cheap.
Well, put it this way:
unless
she goes back, even if she goes back to work, she still pays at a reduced rate. If, for example, she's just taking care of the kids, she doesn't pay nothing. They cover everything because why? She can't actually go to work and she can't work. When she does decide to go to work, she doesn't even pay what that house is worth. So.
Right.
For argument's sake, right? So why is it you're saying education is a solution? Yeah. Okay.
Education.
Okay. Education is a solution. Hold on. You said education is a solution. Okay. Please elaborate on that. Please explain that.
Because not every I don't want to talk about the women. Like, let me use another example. Like.
Okay. Look. Listen. Hold on. Okay, yeah, fine. Because what you're saying is we need more education in order to stop people from being less greedy. Yeah. Less. That's your solution for it. Yeah. Yeah. That people, if they have more education
and skills.
If they have more education
and skills.
They have more education and
skills.
Desire.
Which is the willpower.
Okay. So if they have more education, skills, and desire. Yeah. Well,
then the world would be beautiful.
Well, education and skills, right? Yeah. We can't talk for desire because
because you generally must for it to happen. You got to have
a desire for it. Yeah,
you must.
But what you saying is,
wants that.
In order to obtain the desire, you have to have education and skills.
Yeah,
is that what you're saying?
Yeah, whether you're aware of it or unaware of it, you have the skills. Yeah.
So you're saying
definitely need the skills.
So you're saying in order for a person to be less greedy, or less selfish, they need to have
free. The education, the skills, and the desire.
Okay, if they have education and skills and the desire, they will be less selfish. And less.
I think the world would be, I think we would be heading in a beautiful direction, personally. I think we could turn this whole world overnight, even.
Can I say one thing, my good friend?
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
So you're probably agreeing, so why don't you agree then? Because I feel like you're agreeing because you don't see it happening.
But if I study sciences, if I study biochemistry, biology, or whatever topic, it doesn't necessarily guarantee that I'll be less greedy.
Come on. So what do you? So if more people were to act in those three ways, what do you think the outcome is going to be?
It doesn't mean that I would be less selfish. It doesn't mean that I would be a more moral person because I've studied these topics.
I think so.
These topics, all these topics do is enhance your knowledge on a subject. How are you going to use the knowledge that you've obtained in order to benefit others? Hold on. In order to benefit others has nothing to do with. It's not going to turn that person. For example, if I study more biochemistry, it's not going to turn me into a less greedy person, bro. It's not going to make me a nicer person.
But that's the wrong analogy, because if you study more biochemistry, you're going to do more biochemistry things.
When the Nazi scientists were experimenting on the Jewish people in order to advance biology or whatever, when they were doing that, would you say that's a moral act?
No, but that's like I said, like that's not gonna. If they're studying,
no. What I'm saying is there's no relationship between.
But they're not about being moral, though. That kind of works. But
the thing is, the discussion is how do we get people to become less greedy? Because the thing is, when I say I hate people, what I'm saying is they allow their greediness, their selfishness
to trump everything else.
To trump everything else,
Yes.
yeah, exactly. So what I'm saying is, how you're saying that knowledge, you're saying that skills and what was the other thing?
Knowledge, skills, and the desire.
Desire, yeah. You're saying that these things. No, you said education, skills, and desire. You
Yeah,
said that. You said
knowledge,
yeah,
education,
exactly.
yeah.
So yeah. You're saying that these things is what can
Facts.
help a person behave more morally.
Fact. It's the beginning.
No. I completely agree that a person should be knowledgeable in things, but being knowledgeable in how to build a chair doesn't. It's not going to guarantee me being a nice person to you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So for example, what I'm saying is got to do.
No.
with being
So
a
for
nice
example,
person,
I have the
though.
knowledge, right? You come to me and you say, listen,
Yeah.
I need chairs, right?
Yeah.
And you don't know how to do it, and I have the knowledge on how to do it, right?
Yeah.
I go in and build that chair, right?
Yeah.
And then I come to you and I say to you, listen, bro, you know what I mean? Like, and you say, okay, how much is it? And then you're gonna say, well, but you told me it was £12. And then I turn around and I say, nah, bro, it's not £12 anymore. Why? It's now £58. And he says, how did it go from 12 to £58? And then you're gonna turn around and you're gonna be like, he's gonna turn and he's gonna be like, well, you know what I mean, to get this, and no, like, you wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
Was that a moral act? Even though I agreed £12, even though me and you agreed on £12, when you came back to me, what that means is just because I have knowledge on something, on how to do something, it doesn't mean that it makes me a moral better person. It just doesn't.
What makes you a moral better person is when you act it out. So that's why you need the skills to act it out.
You need the skills to act
Yeah,
it out.
like, because this is how things work. First you get the knowledge, then you get the skill,
Yeah.
then you get the experience.
Yeah.
So when you want that experience of, but this is a perfect scenario because there's exceptions to the rule. When you want a certain result, that's the process: knowledge, experience, aka skills, result.
Yeah, but what we are talking about is people's lack of morality.
And working together more cooperative.
Yeah, but you're saying there's a relationship between knowledge and morality. What I'm saying to you is this: there's no
facts.
No, there's no.
You think you don't think there is?
Look, knowledge can assist in helping us
it's
no.
part of the free.
All knowledge does is informs something.
It's one part of the free.
No.
That's why you need
knowledge.
free.
Knowledge helps to inform, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't weigh in on that person's choice to be nice to you or to be
That's
to be
why
good,
you
or
need to
to
act
be
it
or to
out.
be rude to you. So for example, I could meet you and you could be this great producer, right? And you he is a great producer. And you literally are making hits and you're living a lavish lifestyle. So I'll come to you and I'll be like, yo, bro, listen, man, I've got this thing, and you can look at me and you can be like, you have all the knowledge and you have all the power and you can bring me in, and you can turn around and be like, bro, you know what? Who are you, bro? You're nobody, fam. You know what I'm saying?
That means I didn't have the desire. You just took away the desire out of the free.
No, desire can only happen.
Yeah.
Look. You can only obtain desire if the education and skills are there. So, for example, desire. Look. You're saying that desire can independently exist by itself. Okay, regardless of education. Regardless of education and skills, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that. Okay. No. Yeah, you can have the desire, and the desire can lead you to education. It can lead you to skills, but I don't believe that education and skills necessarily lead you to a desire to be morally, to be moral towards a person. No.
Because that, the way you just said it now, you only included 2 out of the 3. For education to have an impact on people to be more harmonious in society, you need the 3, not the 2.
So you really believe that education?
Yeah.
You really believe that education and skills can help people, can
be better people,
can help people behave in a moral way towards other people?
Yeah, that's the whole personal development.
That's where me and you separate ways.
But that's the personal.
Let's look at facts and evidence, right? No. I'm not gonna let you get away with this. Yeah, no, bro,
let's go.
no. Hold on a second.
Let's go.
Let's remember the first world analogy that we just had a little second ago.
Which one?
The England is considered to be the first world.
Yeah. Okay.
America is considered the first world.
Yeah,
No, they have a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
They have a lot of knowledge.
Yes.
Yeah, and they definitely have. Exactly, and they have a lot of skills.
Facts.
Do you think they are moral in how they behave towards?
No. So they don't. And that's why the society
hold on.
is the way it is.
My entire point.
They're missing the third element.
No. The thing is, if education and skills brings out if the byproduct of that is moral people.
No, I'm not saying that.
What are you saying then?
I'm saying if you want to be a moral person or a more productive person in society, you need the three, and these three are independent of each other. Okay. We could go deeper and see how they relate to each other. That's a whole different thing. But for now, let's just treat them as independent skills that you need to get that result. So if it was an equation to get this result of a more productive, harmonious society, you need these three elements.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
No. What I'm saying is, does education and skills and desire have an impact on morality? My answer to that is no, because I can be educated on something, I can have the skills for something, and I can have the desire to pursue whatever I want, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to behave in a moral way towards another person.
But then you gotta look at the root of the desire. Hold on.
You got to check. No. That is exactly. This is what I'm saying. It's no. I'm actually glad, because a lot of people don't understand morality.
They don't.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a fact.
Because a lot of people don't understand morality. They try to. They don't understand
and they don't care.
They try to link morality. To things like education and to things that an extremely educated person can be extremely evil. I'm sure the guy that came out with the atomic bomb. I'm sure you lot probably know the history too.
But then the thing is, question what education is
I'm sure the person that came out with the atomic bomb was an extremely intelligent person, but what he created was extremely evil.
Destructive,
okay,
evil,
now,
but that
was
it
evil? Was it not evil? Another country used it. You could say, you could argue that, but the thing is, to me, I personally believe that person created something that's extremely evil. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the atomic bomb. You understand what I'm saying? So the fact that person was intelligent, the fact that person had the skills. The fact that the person was educated in it, and the fact that he had the skills, the fact that he had the desire, had no impact on whatsoever.
But you got to check what his desire was. From time he's making an atomic bomb, that means his desire is not for the world to be a great place. His desire is for the world to kill people. Yeah. If you think that's making the world a better place, then
so how does education and skills make you more into a moral
person? His education is not based on morality. His education is based on academics. There's different types of education.
What kind of education are you talking about then?
Moral education, as in knowing the principles. Universal.
Oh, I see.
I'm talking about universal principles.
I should have asked you what kind of education you're talking about.
Yeah.
So hold on. You're talking about moral education.
Because a scientist.
Because no.
He's not about
for the last 5 minutes. I've been giving you examples. Examples on what I thought you meant by education. Okay. And only now you're talking about that education. Actually, you meant it in a moral sense.
Knowing moral education.
And where does one learn?
So you took it for
where does one learn moral education from?
That's a great question. You learn it from.
I know it is.
You learn it from metaphysics, man. I'm a student of metaphysics. What?
You gotta break that down.
I'm a student of metaphysics, man.
That's very nice. Now what does that mean?
So where do they? Where can they,
Look, them
where
fancy
can they
words
learn?
don't fly around here, bro.
Listen,
You
where
gotta
can they
break
learn?
stuff
Where
down.
can, I'm about to. Where can they learn it? You ask, where can they learn it from? They can learn it by studying universal principles.
Such as?
They
What's the universal principles?
Alright, to start off with, the 7 main.
So you're telling me that this... Hold on, before you go into it,
Yeah.
you're telling me that these are the things that will stop, for example, the single baby mom epidemic.
I believe it will help.
Go ahead.
I believe, I
need to hear this. I need to hear this.
So okay, so you got, for them to learn universal principles, they need to understand the 7 main universal principles. This is ancient Egyptian, ancient African.
Just break it down for me, bro. You know me.
I gotta big up the information though.
I'm sorry,
like,
bro. I'm sorry,
they
bro.
need to go back
Summarize
and do
it
their
for me.
homework.
Summarize it
So
for
alright,
me.
so the reason why they will learn by educating themselves to be better people, they'll benefit by learning the 7 principles, the 7 laws of Tahuti, the ancient Egyptian god.
There's a religion. So you're
It's
advocating religion.
it's not a I would say it's an ideology.
Look, I'm Christian, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's an ideology.
So what you're talking about is, you think you're... It's not religion, it's an ideology. Well, everything is an ideology.
Alright, so it's a religion. Alright, it's a religion.
Whatever, cool.
It's a religion.
If you don't know, it's
a religion,
Hey,
it's an ideology, it's a school of thought. Yes. That's what I believe. Yes.
I was just being...
It can help.
I was just being,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Fuck.
I know.
Alright, listen. Your religion, sorry, my bad. Your ideology, sorry, your religion, your ideology, anyways.
Yeah.
Look, what does it teach?
It teaches that you got to understand the 7 principles.
Break one of those principles down.
Cause and effect. We've all heard cause and effect.
Okay.
Yeah. By knowing the cause and understanding the journey of the effect.
Okay.
This is what we're trying to do in this podcast. Get to the cause of these why we hate people, right?
Okay, that's exactly it.
So the law of cause and effect applies. The law of polarity.
Okay.
The law of polarity is...
Alright, let's deal with cause and effect for a second.
Alright.
Cause and effect, yeah? Alright. It's well documented, it's well known that single baby moms, okay, don't do well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got a wrap up soon.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Don't do well, right? Single baby moms is frowned upon and all of that stuff because it's bad for children and all of that stuff. All of that is well documented, yeah? So with all that information there, okay? Now, picture a young girl, okay, about to make the same mistake. Now she's heard it all, she's seen it all, okay. She knows how this is all gonna turn out, okay. How does a law like cause and effect, even though she's got all the examples there, how does it help her?
And this
And
is
how does
great.
this how does it stop her from still carrying on and doing it?
This is, you just gave me the alley-oop for my conclusion to why I hate people.
Well, I'm glad I did.
But to the extent that I don't hate people, I don't blame them, I just don't trust them. So when I say I hate people, it's actually I don't trust them, which I said at the beginning. And this studying the cause and effect, I appreciate why I don't blame them completely. It's because when this single mother goes through that journey of getting pregnant by someone and then goes on the journey of raising a child by herself, I look at the cause of how she got to that point in her life. So she's like 16 years old.
Okay.
I look at her cause to the point I look at her beginning. And then I go far as back as her parents' beginning. I look, and that's what I mean by her environment. Like I look at everything and to
understand the cause.
Yeah, to the point when I get enough that I'm like, okay, I can see the pattern of what the cause is. I'm like, alright, that's why. Cool. And then I wrap it up and I'm done. And from my experience, I feel like there's more variables than them personally. It's the variables of the environment as well. you got to factor that in. Because
in.
when you're young, you're impressionable. Everything is being fed to you. You're gonna take it. You're gonna take it, believe it. This is the world, the way the world is. And then it's not till later on in life you're like, oh damn, I got it all wrong. Right? By then you're in your situation.
Okay.
But yeah, but in conclusion, that's why I'm like, yeah, they're responsible, but there's other factors in that as well, and you need to look at all the factors as far back.
So you're saying that you're basically so your conclusion is that if they follow so what you're saying is if they follow your ideology, then they will become better people. They will become.
I believe
then
so.
they will become. They will become moral beings.
More moral beings.
More moral beings.
Yes.
Which then will mean that we will hate them less.
Yes. Yes. And love them more.
And love them more.
Yes.
As a result.
Yes. Facts.
That makes sense.
Facts.
So morality is the root of it all, really. So it's attacking moral issues. It's attacking the so for example, would you say we hate these people because they lack morality?
No, I'm attacking their belief system. From my point. Right.
Do they even have a belief system?
Everybody has a belief system. Whether having no belief system is a belief system.
Alright.
In metaphysics we call it drifting. We're just drifted through life.
So okay, I see what you're saying.
You just go through life.
So what you're saying to me is, okay, so morality is what lacking morality is what leads to why we hate people.
Yeah.
Okay. So if people tackle
morality,
if they tackle
within
that
themselves.
issue within themselves,
yes.
Okay, if they tackle, why, those moral issues within themselves, then they will be
more productive members of society. More loving. Yeah. In theory.
In theory.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we all know in reality that's easier said than done.
Yeah. Exactly. Because the thing is, because people can look at it like this: why should I live my life based on what you believe to be right?
You don't have to.
There you go.
You don't have to.
But I like what you said earlier. For themselves, they have to. They have to come to that conclusion for themselves.
That's why I don't go out here preaching. I let everyone be, because
no, but you just preach right now. You preach to ideology.
But we're having a discussion. No. When do you see me talking outside, trying to tell like Jehovah's Witness? You see me out here knocking on people's doors, telling them to be like believing metaphysics.
No. I actually like what Jehovah's Witnesses are doing.
Well, I don't,
because I believe if it's right, you should know. If it's right, you should be putting it out there
first.
I mean, come on.
I disagree.
Hold on, no. In the black culture, right?
The way they do it.
Hold on. We in the black culture don't have a problem with putting a lot of black violent music out there.
Yeah.
So you can't turn around and say that people shouldn't be putting out what they believe in out there. So, for example, if you believe in metaphysics, then put it out there. If people are putting out, if people hold on. No. But you can't turn around and say people shouldn't be preaching their belief systems, because
aggressively.
Aggressively, niggas preach violence.
Who does that?
Every rap song.
Yeah.
That's preaching to me.
True.
No. If you want to base preaching as knocking on people's doors, I call preaching and recording a CD and trying to advertise the damn thing. That's the new way of preaching.
Yeah. True.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
We run out of 30 minutes though.
Run out of 30 minutes. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's conclude. Let's conclude.
I've concluded. So what's your concluded, or do you have?
What
or do you want to tie it in with what I just said? But what's your conclusion? Do you agree with what I said, or you've got your own conclusion? Like
I've got my own conclusion. I do agree with with what you said up to a certain point. Morality is definitely the root of it all. Okay, people need to start. People need to start deciding. People need to start finding out what is it that they actually believe in. Okay,
I agree.
Because once
you check what they believe in,
once
and where they got these ideas from,
exactly,
the source of it.
Exactly, exactly. Because their mistakes is contributing into the evil. It's contributing into why this world is the way it is, and why this world is becoming worse than ever. You know what I mean? People can blame the government all day, but it starts with them. You know what I mean? And as long as they keep making excuses, as long as they keep being lazy, and as long as they keep, and all of these things are moral issues. As long as they keep doing that, then what you're gonna have the same problems. You're gonna have, you know what I mean, the same
results,
and even worse. The consequences of it will lead to even worse things. You know what I'm saying? It will lead to even more self-destruction. It will lead to even more self-destruction. The consequences of it, because there's always consequences to everything you do. Regardless of how bad it is, there's always consequences to everything you do. It will lead to even more self-destruction. And that's my point. So yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's basically, so morality is the
reason, is
the root. So I mean, it's basically what is right and what is wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think people even think about what is right and what is wrong. I think people just believe in anything.
So would you say the reason why you hate people is because people lack morality?
I hate people because people lack morality, because people don't think about what is right and what is wrong. And if they did think about it, if they were honest, you know what I mean? I'm not talking about, you know, you thinking a little bit about it and then that's it. I'm talking about really thinking about it, really digging deep. Do you really believe this to be right? Really exploring all the, you know what I mean, pros and cons and all of that, all the reasons behind it. Really doing that. You get me? Like, if people were really searching for the truth, really searching for what is right and what is wrong,
really care.
Exactly. Then we would have a better world, and I wouldn't hate people. You know what I mean? But for the time being, I hate people because I believe it's all their fault. It's their fault. It's that's it. It's their fault. Yeah, so that's it.
But it's their fault because they lack the morality to
it's
be
not their
more
fault.
disciplined.
It's not their fault because they lack the morality. It's their fault because they don't want to
They
work.
don't care.
They don't want to work towards finding that morality. They don't want to work towards. They don't want to work towards getting to that morality. They don't want to work towards.
That's where we both agree.
Exactly.
So in a nutshell, we do agree, but the process, the build up to get into that point in life,
that's right.
That's where we differ. The journeys we feel should be different.
Well, not really. The journey is the same. The process to finding the truth, the logical process of finding the truth, is still the same thing. You understand what I'm saying to you? Morality is an old issue. It's something that's been going on since the beginning of time. Human beings have been discussing moral issues since the beginning of time. You know, this is what gave rise to philosophers and so on, and you know, up to a certain extent, religious, you know what I mean, religious figures and all of that. So morality has always been discussed, you know what I mean, like, and it's always been imperative for morality has always been imperative to create a society that is just and that is fair to every single one. So for you to ignore it, what you're basically doing is turning your back on the world. What you're basically doing is adding to the self-destruction, is contributing to the self-destruction. For you to ignore morality, you're basically turning your back, you know what I mean, and you're turning your back to the world, to everything. That's what you're doing.
And that's why you hate people.
And that's why I hate people, because most of them are doing that.
Alright, man. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the conversation, man. It was fun. We covered a lot of ground, covered a lot of topics, and man, I hope you guys took some jewels from that conversation, man. Some gold bars, man.
We've got more to come, though.
More to come, man. And we go deeper than this, man.
Oh, this is nothing. I haven't even really, I haven't really touched on it the way I wanted to touch on it. But anyways, this is the first take, isn't it?
First take, man. So, is there anything you want to shout out, and you want to shout out, or anything you want to plug?
I don't want to shout out, no.
Oh no, please. Look, man, I got love for all of you lot out there. Thanks for watching. It's MARVELCOIN, my brother Octavio.
Hey.
That's it, man. Until next time.
I know. One.
Face the black blowing smoke, it's the high grade. Liquor in my cup, bound to warm my belly up. This hook will split your head like a migraine. So stay focused, you better listen up. Listen up, niggas better listen up. Listen up. This hook will split your head like a migraine.